Listen, we're in the Champions League. We're in the Champions League. Finishing top 3. We're in the Champions League. Where's Liverpool? Not there. Where's Chelsea? Not there. Where's Spurs? Not there. Oh my God!
A tight game, a weird game. Where did we lose that today?
We gave too many chances to Bayern. We knew that they have good players up front. They're dangerous. I think we controlled it really well in the beginning of the game. After we conceded the goal, we couldn't come back. But we conceded the second goal. But second half we started really well. I think we could have get a different result after we scored the goal. But obviously they get the 3-1. We still get back. We're still fighting for the result. But we conceded another goal, and afterwards our third goal was already too late to get something from the game.
Is that a positive you take out of that? Other games before, like Seville last season, 2 goals down, the heads dropped, we kept going. We actually won the game in the second half goal-wise. Is that a positive you can take from that?
The positive is that the fighting spirit was there. We tried. Wasn't still enough to win the game or to get something from the game, but at periods the team showed great spirit, but we have to do it more often and for 90 minutes.
Bruno, what's happening to us emotionally in games? Because you see, when we score, sometimes we concede, sometimes we may have think we've scored and then it's disallowed, then we concede. Emotionally in the games when we're maybe doing well, we're finding it hard to keep that rhythm in the emotional parts of the game. Is that something that we need to improve on?
Oh, I don't think so. I think it's part of the game. You know, where you're trying to get your result, and after when his goal is allowed or something, you always get a little bit frustrated. But that's part of the game. I don't think that is the point, because I think today, even with the penalty and everything, after we could come back in the game, and we even had the chances to come back. We scored the 3-2. But as I said, we conceded too early the next goal, and even then we kept the control of the game. I think they had some chances, yes, but obviously when you go behind the result, you'll get to open spaces for them, and you know that against big teams like Bayern, they can hurt you.
With where we are right now, how important is it that with the injuries that have happened, Eric said yesterday he wants to pick from a big pool of players, but we had a lot of injuries. How important is it to get everybody back so we can just feel settled? Because, you know, the teams may be changing, sometimes formation changing, injuries. How important is it to just get back to having everybody back fit so we can just get some calm?
No, it's not about that. Obviously, we want to have everyone back, because we know that as many players we have available, the team will be stronger, and obviously more options for the manager to do his choices and whatever his tactics or the first 11 or whatever he picks. But obviously, still we have the players, and we have enough experience and enough talent in the team to get through this momentum, even with all the injured players. Obviously, now I think some of them probably will come back earlier, and we'll lift the team because we have quality players injured. But it's about the ones that are now playing, giving something to get the result, and that's it. We can't rely now on the injuries and everything. We know it's tough, and you need to get through that because you can't control. But I think the team has players enough to get a response as soon as possible.
Bruno, the manager's just talked about injuries, but he's also mentioned mentality of the whole collective, almost like the desire to win those one-on-ones and just to put everything on the line really for the shirt. Is that something that as captain you're almost encouraging everybody just to look deep inside themselves to find the answers?
I think everyone has to do their own job and look at themselves first. That's what I do as a player, not as a captain, as a person, and first point. And I think everyone does that. And I think today wasn't the case that not everyone was doing the best for the team or trying to fight for getting the result. I think everyone did that. It's just the momentum, and against big teams, as I said, when you give a lot of chances to them, they're going to hurt you. And even then, they give us some chances, and we scored 3 goals. So I think no one would expect us to come into Bayern and score 3 goals. I don't think anyone out of us would expect us to fight for the result and trying to get something from the game. But I think the team did. Obviously, it wasn't enough. but we're not playing against some bad team. We're playing one of the best teams in the world with great players, with great qualities, and obviously it's not the best moment for us, but we'll get through this and we will get the results back.
Bruno,
Thank you.
Talking about players taking their chances, Facundo Pellistri only his second start tonight on this occasion, Champions League. Just a word on his performance tonight, because you got a lot of praise for that game there, his performance.
No, but Pellistri is one of the players that deserves his chances and deserves a lot of credit for everything he's being through and everything he's done for the team. He's being always available. He's someone that's always training hard. He's someone that deserves his chances, and he did well today. He did the job that the manager asked him to do, and we are all happy for him because he really deserves to get his chances.
Bruno,
Thank you, guys.
Andre's been beating himself up a bit after that. He's talking a lot about.
No, it's not about Andre.
That's what I mean.
Andre is a great goalkeeper.
Exactly.
He will keep giving us a lot of points, a lot of saves. He hasn't to take any blame for nothing. We have to take the blame as a team that we're gonna go through this moment together because we are strong as a team.
Thanks, Bruno.